Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wahyu Zendrawaruwu. In this occasion, I would like to explain what's one method that involves multiple language learning strategies. The method is project-based learning or PBL. What is PBL? Project-based learning is an instructional approach where students get knowledge and skill while working for an extended period of time to investigate and to respond complex questions, problems, or challenges. In language learning, this method emphasizes communication, collaboration, and creation using the target language in meaningful contexts. For the example of the project, like we asked the student to create a video documentary about traditional food in different cultures using English as the medium of communication. What are the learning strategies involved in PBL? The first is cognitive strategies. Cognitive strategies are used to process and practice the language actively. We analyzing research material and identifying key vocabulary or grammar structure. We also practicing pronunciation and sentence construction while rehearsing presentation, also summarizing articles or interviews into project contents. The example of cognitive strategies is while preparing a project script, students brainstorm ideas, outline key points, and revise draft, all involving deep language processing. Then the second is metacognitive strategies. What we can do using metacognitive strategies on PBL. Metacognitive strategies can help learners to organize, plan, and reflect on their learning. For examples like they can set their goals, they can also make a planning project steps and timeline. They can also monitor their progress, like are we speaking clearly, have we used the correct grammar, and they can also evaluate the outcomes after presentation or submission. The example is the student reflect on what strategies help them to improve their fluency. And then the third learning strategy used in PBL is the memory strategies. This strategy is used to store and retrieve new language items. For examples like using charts, flashcards, or visual aids to remember new vocabulary or expression. And then they can also do a grouping or categorizing information. For example, like doing the steps or the location. And then the next strategy used in PBL is the social strategies, which used to interact and collaborate with others during the project. For example, if they are requested to, if they are given assignment to do to find some information about other people, they can ask question, requesting clarification, and negotiating meaning during group work. And then they can also working with their peers in pairs or team to build the project collaboratively. And they can also engage in discussion forum or social media to collect language input. And then they can also do networking as a part of social strategies, which involves reaching out to a broader language community for input or collaboration. Like before, they can also conducting interviews, they can connect with international learners or groups via email or video calls. They can also share their project online on online platform and receive the feedback. And then they can also use the affective strategies. The affective strategies manage learner emotion, motivation, and attitude during the learning process. They can use positive self-talk when facing challenges. For example, if they are feel struggle, they can say, I can do this, and I can do this, I can do this, like that. The effective strategy can also help them reduce the anxiety by rehearsing or working with supportive teammate, and they can also rewarding themselves after completing a milestone. For example, the student overcome fears of public speaking by practicing with supportive peers. What are the benefit of PBL in language learning? They can get authentic communication, which means that the learner use the target language for real purpose. They can also do collaborative learning, which the student can get meaning or learn from each other, and then they can also do get motivation, which the learner will engage in talks that have personal or social relevance, and they can also gain strategy integration, which encourage them the natural use of multiple strategies for success. Then how to do assessment in PBL. Instruction can also use an strategy used through the project outcome. And what is the project outcome? They can also do through observation checklist, and they can also do it by doing peer evaluation and the reflective. I think that's all the method that can be done using one or more learning strategies. That's all for me. Sorry for my mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.